What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian from PixlFeed here, and in this video we're going to talk about the Facebook Pixel. There's going to be two parts to this video. Part one, I'm going to explain to you what the Facebook Pixel is and how it works, and part two, we're going to go to my computer and I'm actually going to show you the technical side aspect of it and how you can install it on your website or domain or funnel or whatever. But before we get into it, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it. All right. So the Facebook Pixel. What is the Facebook Pixel? The Facebook Pixel is basically a piece of code that you install. It's a script that you install on your website, your sales funnel, your store, or whatever it is that you're sending your traffic to. And what this does is it sends information back to Facebook, and then Facebook grabs that information and uses that data to optimize your campaigns. And that's exactly what it is. A pixel, it's a 1x1 pixel, you know, like a pixel on your screen. And when you place it on your website, it basically sends a signal back to Facebook with all the information of what's going on. All right. When the Facebook Pixel was first introduced, it was very basic. It will keep track of, if there was a purchase, if that lead came in. Now you can do, add to cart, initiate checkout, add payment, intent. You can create your own custom events, and you can create your own custom conversions, and you can keep track of everything, how long people stay on your page for and all that good stuff. And this is how you create custom audiences and lookalikes. So let's say you have your website here, right? So this is your website or sales funnel, right? Let's do funnel, okay? So you want to keep track of who's going to your funnel, because you need this information, you need this data to make your campaigns better, to optimize your campaigns. So the way it works is you install the pixel. So let's say this is our pixel here, right? And then, let's say people go to your website from your Facebook page organically. Let's say you posted a video, right? And it's you, it's me, a video in PixlFeed. Yeah, it's me explaining stuff. So what happens is, I do a call to action, say, hey guys, check out my website, check out my funnel, check out my sales funnel, because I have this awesome product or this awesome newsletter. And if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, make sure to sign on in the description below. The link in the description below. So what happens is, you call to action, you send them to your funnel, right? And what happens is, as soon as they land on the funnel, Facebook has that information, right? And now it's gotten so advanced, and they have this setting called advanced matching, where it will match your name, your first name, your last name, your city, your zip code, your address, telephone, phone number, all that good stuff. So this is how they keep track of you. This is how they have all the data, right, for the ad accounts. So what happens is the pixel is sitting here, and let's say this is your ads manager, right? Okay, so that's your Facebook ads manager. So what happens is the pixel goes, oh, Christian landed on this page. He came here using his phone, using Chrome browser, and he stayed on the site for, 30 seconds. And he viewed the page. So let's keep track of that page view. So Facebook goes and sends that page view information back to your ad account, right? So now your ad account knows that Christian, me, or I, went to that website. It knows how long I spent on that website and what I did. So let's say, so it says, oh, page view. So it sends the page view back to my ads manager, to my pixel data, right? So what happens now? Let's say I opt into the funnel with my name and email address, right? Like you should be doing on the link in the description below. Sign up for our newsletter. So, shameless plug. But, so let's say I put the information, I put my name, I put my email, boom, that sets another pixel fire. So when I land on this page, on the thank you page, I became a lead. So my pixel fires once again on that page. So now I'm a lead. Guess what Facebook's gonna do? Facebook's gonna send that information back to my ad account. Christian became a lead. Okay, so now that my account is learning what my objectives are, what I want people to do when I send them to the site. And you got to remember, when you set off an ad campaign Facebook sends all these crawlers to your site or to your page. That's so your ads get approved or not. They look at your landing page. They scan the whole landing page. They read your text. They look at the videos. They listen to the videos, to the captions and all that stuff. They read everything. So they know what's going on. So now Facebook is going, okay, this is a funnel about learning how to build sales funnels, like I teach on the link in the description below. Shameless plug again. Christian needs more people like that. So, and he's optimizing for leads. So now my ad account is like, oh, okay, I get it. That's what he wants. Those are the type of people that he wants, okay? So all this information is going over there, right? So now, me as a media buyer, right? I tell Facebook, okay, I'm getting all this lead information, all this page views, right? I want to create a campaign towards the people who landed on my site but didn't opt in into the newsletter. So now I create my retargeting campaign. Well, retargeting campaign. A retargeting campaign is when you send traffic after the people that did not take the action that you wanted on your site. For example, I wanted a lead. So if somebody landed on my site and they didn't become a lead, I'm gonna deploy a retargeting campaign to get them to come back. And what that is those creepy ads that follow you everywhere. That you say, you know, a lot of people's like, oh my God, I was thinking of this, and all of a sudden it just popped up on my feed, or, you know, these people won't leave me alone. They show up everywhere I go. So that's a retargeting campaign. So now I'm telling Facebook, hey, I need you to create an audience. Let's create an audience of all my page views, and I want to send them an ad, a retargeting ad that gets them to come back to my sales funnel, on my funnel here, and try to get them to opt in again. So guess what's happened? That's how we're keeping track of everyone. That's how Facebook keeps track of everyone. Facebook, Instagram, you know, they own all that stuff. So what happens when you have you should not be doing campaigns without a pixel installed, right? And there's two parts to the Facebook pixel. You got the base code, and you have the event code. The base code is the base code that goes all over your site, which is the information about your ad account. And then the event code is the goal that you set it, which whether it's lead, add to cart, purchase, page views, view content, all that good stuff, right? Initiate checkout. So those are the two parts of the pixel. This is how you do your retargeting campaigns. And this is how you can create all your audiences. So a lot of people have this idea that, you know, Facebook, everything optimizes at the pixel level. That is incorrect. It does not optimize at the pixel level. The pixel is just a piece of script that sends a trigger back to Facebook with information about that person. You have a number in your account. I have a number on my personal Facebook account. It's just, hey, account number is so, Christian Lovrecich was here and did this, and that. Send it back to that account. So this is how Facebook is so powerful. They have everything about you. They know what you buy, when you buy it, what credit card, when you opt in, when you're most likely to opt in. This is how they keep track of everything. The pixel sends all that information back to Facebook, and then Facebook has the data from every user on Facebook or Instagram or Messenger on their servers. So when you have a pixel installed and you tell Facebook what you're looking for, the algorithm goes through all that data, and it's like, this is the person he's looking for. So it's a matching numbers game. You see, that's what makes Facebook so powerful. So when you're optimizing for these objectives, the algorithm does all the work for you and matches that data to what you're looking for and presents and serves the ad to the person that's most likely to convert for that objective that you're going for, okay? So that's what the Facebook pixel is. That's how the Facebook pixel works. That's the gist of it. You create your lookalike audiences, you keep track of everybody, and you know, the other thing, if you're going for leads, you should optimize for leads. If you're going for purchases, you should optimize for purchases. The only time you get out of you leave your objective is if you're looking to scale. So let's say my goal is purchases, but I want to scale because I'm burning to my purchase audience, or I need more audiences to scale, because that's how you scale. You deploy more campaigns and ad sets and all that stuff. Then I'll go for add to cart. And guess what? My add to cart audience is going to be good because everybody who purchased added to their cart. So this is how you scale. Now my cost per conversion might not be as low as my purchase audiences, but this is how you can still get sales and scale. Yeah, less profit, but it still sells, right? So this is how you track everything. That's how you do it with the pixel. So now let's go to my computer. And before we get to my computer, I wanna make sure you hit that like and subscribe. But let's go to my computer. I'm gonna show you the technical side of it so you can see the actual code. You can see the pixel dashboard, and I can break down all the objectives for you. So once you're in your business manager and you click the menu right here, go to all tools, pixels, it's going to take you to your pixel page right here. And if you don't have a pixel created already, it's going to ask you to create one. And then you just put in, you're just going to name it, and then it's going to create your pixel. I already have one created in this account. And as you can see, it's showing me the activity, 188,000 people in the past seven days. And it gives you a little graph of the traffic, the daily traffic, and all that good stuff. So on the left, you're going to have your custom conversions. That's if you want to create custom events depending on the audience and their actions. So let's say you have a dog audience and a cat audience. People who are into dogs, people who are into cats. And you want to separate those people for your ads, and you get better results if you keep them isolated from each other. So if you have a store that sells both, you want to create different audiences and custom events for each. Same with like certain products or, average value orders and stuff like that. So like, let's say if you have expensive products, then you create a custom conversion for people who spend 500 and more, something like that. Partner integrations, when you click here, it's going to give you all the integrations. The name says it all. It'll give you the instructions how to install your Facebook pixel with any of these platforms. So let's say you want to do Shopify, you click see details, it's going to tell you what's available, and then you just connect your account. It's going to tell you the steps on how to connect it to your account. Okay, so let's go back to our dash here and data sources. And when you click details, it's going to give you a 30-day recurring activity of your pixel. So for example, this pixel right here has 541,000 page views, 152,000 view contents, 18,000 add to carts, and if you go here, you can change what you're looking for. So I want to see purchase, have 4,500 purchases. Well, you can see it here, and these are going to be your standard. Remember how I said we have the base code and the standard and the events? These are events. This is what the main code tells. You set up these events to tell the main code what to send back to Facebook. So you got page view, view content, add to cart, and shake check. This is if you're doing e-commerce. And they even have a test event section where you can put your website URL here. It'll test the pixel, make sure it's working for you. Diagnostics, if anything goes wrong, it's going to tell you here if there's errors. And then under settings, here's the advanced matching that I was talking about previously, where you can make sure you have all this stuff on. So you match their phone number, first and last name, zip code, city, state, gender, email. That's what makes Facebook very powerful. They just roll out this event setup tool where you can actually click on things on your website and you tell it to track those actions on your website. Okay, so you will just flip this over, go to your website, and it will guide you through on how to set that up. If you want to do it manually, you would just go to setup anywhere on this pixel screen menu, and you go to install pixel, and then you can do a partner or install code manually. I usually do manually. So I will just copy the code, or you can email the instructions to your developer, and it will send them the base code, this is your base code. Okay. And then if you need to edit anything, you can always edit the code. So for example, if I want to track page views and view content, I will just copy this line, paste it right underneath, and then do the same line, and then write in here, view content. I don't want to get too fancy talking about that, because if you're watching this, you don't know how to do that. But you got to set up new events. You say install base code again. You select the base code, and then you can go to your events. So it's going to ask you to set the event tool. But before you used to be able to manually, there it is. So manually, when you go to manually, you can choose the type of website that you have. So there's all these options here. So based on what it is, if you're real estate, you can change this, and it's going to give you the different options. And basically you will just add that extra line of code. Okay, so remember, the main code goes on the main header of the theme or the website, and then the script goes on the actual page you want that action to take place. Okay, so e-commerce, then you have all the options right here. But you can either do it the hard way. I've been doing this for so long that I just do it manually because it's easy for me. But if you're a newbie, just just follow their guided way to do it, so it's much easier for you. And platforms like ClickFunnels and Shopify, they have instructions out there that show you how to do it. So yes, you want to have the pixel code anywhere So you can optimize your campaigns, retarget those audiences, create new audiences, and this is how you take your Facebook ads to the next level. If you like this video, make sure to click one of the boxes right above me. Keep going, keep learning about Facebook, keep learning about digital media. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you're doing, any questions you may have, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Until then, click on one of the videos above, and I'll see you in the next video.